Hello everyone, this is Varsha, 3rd BCA at Maharani Science College for Women's, Mysore. Now, I'm going to talk of my presentation is all about characteristics of cloud computing. There are 5 essential characteristics of cloud computing. They are on-demand self-service, broad network access, resource pooling, rapid elasticity and scalability, measured service. Let's go through them one by one. When we say on-demand self-service, see this term on-demand. That means whenever anybody wants to use this service, they can just demand the service and they get the service. That is what on-demand means. And then it is a self-service. Self-service is just like you have some restaurants and you have self-service there. That means nobody serves you. You go, you pay, you just pick up your food and just eat it. And it's similar. You use the cloud, you access the cloud, you pay and just use it. Thereby, it means that no human intervention is required. The whole process is automated. Automated means when you try to access the cloud, you will say, okay, I require a machine which has processing capability like i3 and which has 500 GB of hard disk and 4 GB of RAM, and please provide this machine. When you just request the machine, and machine gets provided to you automatically, and that means it is on demand. When you request for the machine, it is provided on the basis of your demand, and it is self-service, no human intervention. So if the machine is available, you get the machine. Some of the cloud service providers are Amazon Web Service, Microsoft, IBM, Salesforce.com. Next one is broad network access. While we are talking of cloud computing helping us always, but there is one thing which we have to take care of, that is we require internet access. We cannot access the cloud if we do not have internet access, and if we have internet access, then it allows us to access the cloud from anywhere. When we say anywhere, we are sitting in a room, or we are sitting in college, we are traveling by bus or train, or we are traveling by air, or we are in the sea. Wherever internet can reach, we can access the cloud from there itself. So when we say it is anywhere and anytime, there is nothing like closed time or open time. Whatever resources are available on the cloud, and they can access them anywhere, anytime from the internet connectivity mechanism. So it provides you broad network access across all devices and across all places. That is in any network, anytime, any location. For this, internet is the backbone. Any web-enabled device, dynamic allocation for scale out, recorded resource usage, availability of cloud resources over the network. Then we have resource pooling. Till now, we have talked of how the user is benefited by cloud. That is, we require more software, we require hardware, we require platform for developing software, and we don't want to purchase the resources from, and so we hire it from the cloud. But how does the cloud become a cloud? In the sense that there are servers which are lying idle and which are not being used all the time. So if group of such servers are combined, or group of such storage spaces are combined, and a common platform is provided to them, from where they can be located to different users. And doing such a thing, particular technology called virtualization is used. Here we say different resources are pooled together. For example, we have a disk which has 500 GB, another disk which has 1 TB, and if I want to store a video or a set of software which will take 1.5 TB, as an individual resource, they are not capable of none of the resources not capable of storing my data because it required 1.5 TB. But if I pool these two resources, then my capacity of storing becomes 1.5 TB. So my total disk capacity become 1.5 TB, and now I can easily store my data of 1 TB. So that is what resource pooling is. Different resources, be it small size or be it large size, they are pooled together and from their interfaces provided. Here, scale up or down resource based on customer or business. Resource pooling achieve multi-tenancy. Consumer has no knowledge about the exact location of the resources provided. The provider's computing resources are pooled to serve multiple consumers using a multi-tenant model. This shared resource model helps reduce the cost for enterprises to provide and consumers to purchase, operate, and maintain computing resources. In resource pooling, the user can request any of the resource and it is provided to the users. And when it comes to cloud, we are not aware of where we are storing the data, in the sense that my data may be stored on the server which is in the next room, or maybe it is stored in different state or in different country. So it is all clouding. So me as a server, as my data is stored, I can access the data from anywhere, anytime, but I don't know the location of my data, a location of the country or city, state where my data is stored, or location of the country from where I am getting the processing power. So it is all in the cloud. So that is why we generally use the term cloud computing, which means that to the user there is location transparency of whatever hardware, software of platform we are using. Moving on, next is rapid elasticity. Rapid elasticity is called um, one of the core strength of cloud computing. Rapid elasticity, it has most attractive feature of cloud computing. As the word itself says, it is elastic in nature. That means that when there is certain load on the servers and that exceeds a threshold, and it can increase its capacity automatically. Let's take a scenario to explain this. We are all gone through class 12th, and when the results are declared on online, and the thousands of students across India who are from CBSE and the state syllabus, they are trying to access their result on the internet. For them, internet is infinite. All are trying to use internet at a time. One more example for this is e-commerce shopping on Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, etc. Ability to IT resources rapidly as required to fulfill the changing needs without interruption of service. Resources can be both scaled up or down dynamically. To the customer, the cloud appears to be infinite, as I explained students' scenario before. Consumer can start with minimal computing power and expand their environment to any size. Now moving on to the next last characteristics, that is rapid elasticity. Measured services. Measured services. A measured service is about measuring and getting the right bill. That means that at the end of the month, when you get an invoice, you must get a detailed description of how much is your bill and why did you get it. How many servers were you running over a period of time and in which geographical locations were they hosted. So you got a detailed invoices and detailed descriptions, how much is the bill and where the servers are provisioned. Major service here, pay as you go, no rental, financial control over business processes. Consumer are built based on meter usage of cloud's resources. Cost incurred as on a pay per use basis. Cloud resource usage can be monitored, controlled, reported, and charged transparently for both the provider and consumer of the utilized service. These are all the references. Thank you all for watching my video.